I'm Caroline Fenton with Yahoo Sports, joined by Olympic gold medalist, six-time Olympic medalist, Suni Lee. Suni, thank you so much for joining us today. You've been an awfully busy woman recently. You were just on the pink carpet for the Victoria's Secret fashion show. You've partnered with some of the biggest brands in beauty and in makeup. You just moved to New York City. Congratulations. And you're also just named Glamour Magazine Woman of the Year. All so well deserved. So, when you got that honor, when you got the call from Glamour Magazine, what was your reaction and what does that honor mean to you?
I mean, I was over the moon. It's just such an honor, especially to be named with such amazing women. I mean, especially going to the actual award show and seeing everyone, I was just in awe. And I just can't believe that I am able to be in the same room as some of these people just because I never thought that I would ever be. But yeah, it's been a crazy couple months, and I'm just so grateful and blessed to be here.
And one of those people that you met was Beyonce,
Yeah.
Queen Bee. There was a viral video of you meeting her at one of the Glamour Magazine events. What was going through your head when you were talking to Beyonce?
I mean, I couldn't believe it. I wanted to say hi to her, but I everybody was like crowding her, so I felt bad. So I like stayed behind, but she like turned around and saw me and she like ran up to me and I was like, "Wait, is this real life? Like there's no way." She actually knew who I was. But yeah, we had a real conversation. I mean, she was saying that her and her kids watched us at the Olympics. So it was really cool. And I mean, it's Queen Bee, so I was kind of freaking out.
You played it so cool. At least in the
Yeah,
video that I saw on social media, you played it very cool. If anyone looked like they were fangirling, it was Beyonce fangirling over you. I mean, have you had some time to reflect on how people that I'm sure you've idolized your entire life, like Beyonce, so many other people that you've gotten to meet throughout your gymnastics career, that they want to meet you and they want to get to know you?
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's wild, especially growing up in the sport of gymnastics. Like, I never really thought that people actually cared to watch gymnastics, and being at Tokyo Olympics, not getting a real crowd, like you don't realize, I guess, the impact that women's gymnastics had on the Olympics. So it was really cool to see all of the interactions with everyone and also just getting to meet new people. But yeah, it's really cool. And I think it's just absolutely insane when people come up to me like, oh my gosh, I know who you are. And I'm like, wait, you know who I am? You're like Haley Bieber. Like, but yeah, it's just like random stuff like that that I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe it's real.
I think the whole country fell in love with you and Jordan Chiles and Simone Biles, obviously in 2021 in Tokyo, but getting to see that trio come back for Paris in 2024 it was so fun to watch you, obviously, on the mat and doing your sport, but also the relationships and the friendships that we've seen kind of unfold over these past few years, whether it's watching you encourage your teammates throughout their competition or the TikToks that you've made throughout the Olympic Games. What's your relationship like with those two?
We have the most fun relationship, especially when it comes to the gym. I mean, outside of it, we are like really, really close, and it's just so easy to talk to them. It's so nice to have them as well because we're all going the same thing. We all feel the same, especially when it comes to competing. Like we have so much to relate to. So, me having them, they're kind of like my mentors, my guides, because they have a lot more experience than me. So, having them was really nice, and I wouldn't be able to do it without them.
And I know Jordan Chiles has been going through a difficult time since the Paris Games. As you know, but some of our listeners may not know, she was on the podium with a bronze medal in floor. And then, after a lot of deliberation and some frankly controversial decision making by the Court of Arbitration for Sport, her scores recalculated and she had to return her bronze medal. So, how have you and all of your teammates been there for her and supported her through this really difficult time?
Yeah, I just it's very hard, especially being an athlete. I mean, you work your whole life for that, and it's just like crazy how it can be taken away from you like so quickly. But I reached out to her like every day, just asking to make sure that she was okay. I didn't want to overdo it just because I know how it is to be going through something and not want to hear from some people. So it's like I just wanted to make or to let her know that I had her back and that I was here if she needed anything.
And that's a great move as a friend. As you say, you are no stranger to overcoming things and going through difficult things yourself. You've dealt with kidney disease that you've been very outspoken about, gymnastics injuries, overcoming the uncertainty of the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. You have come back from so much. So, what keeps you going?
Um, for me, I think it's just knowing that I can be better and also knowing that I always want to do things with my best effort rather than just do it and like not be happy with the end result. Like I feel like if I did something and the result didn't come out the way that I liked, but I gave 100% effort, I'm going to be way more happy than I was if I didn't give 100% effort and I got that result. So I just feel like I just always want more for myself and also just feel like I have so much to prove, but not to anybody else, just to myself because I'm my biggest doubter. And I feel like that's always how it is, especially when you're an athlete. I mean, you're going to be your biggest critic. You are in the gym every single day. You see what you're capable of. So, yeah, for me, I just try to prove to myself that I can do it.
And I know there are so many young gymnasts, young girls, and just people everywhere that look up to you. And I know we'll take all of that to heart. You've achieved so much off the mat, so much on the mat, so much in your sport of gymnastics. I know that you have so many other goals that you have left to achieve, whether it's in fashion or in a career after gymnastics. Is LA 2028 one of those goals?
Um, I don't know yet. I've been getting this question a lot. I feel like the Olympics just happened, so I'm trying to give myself a little bit of grace and let my body and my mental health rest as much as possible, just because my body went through a lot, especially with the kidney disease and then getting COVID and just having to deal with injuries as well. So right now, it's not something that I'm thinking about, but it's definitely still in the back of my head. But yeah, I'm just gonna take it day by day, see how it is, see how I feel in a couple of years. And if I want to, then I will. And if I don't, then I feel like I had a really good career.
Take your time. You are in no rush.
Yeah, I feel like I have a lot of time.
You got plenty of time. Suni Lee, you have been an absolute inspiration to so many people everywhere. What would you say to some people, young girls, young people that say, I want to be Suni Lee when I grow up?
Um, I would say to just be yourself, be authentic to yourself, be confident, keep pushing for your goals. And my motto is nothing less, nothing more, because your average is good enough.
Absolutely. I love it. Suni Lee, Olympic champion, fashion icon. You're an inspiration to everyone. Suni, thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you.